Okay, this is a piece of cottonwood bark that I have. I don't think I've videoed a cottonwood bark carving yet, but I have now. This piece is pretty big for what I've got. It's a foot that way, about 5 inches wide at the max, and it's 3 inches thick. What I'm wanting to do is put a Native American face in here, and I want it to really pop out and be as much of the face, this part to be the face, and then I'll worry about the neck and whatever. What I mean by that is that I want the face to be big and pop out a lot. I think he's going to have a wolf headdress on or something. I want a lot of the face to pop out here, and like I want that to be about the side of the face. Just putting a few marks on here to, like I want it to be face pretty much that big. And then neck area, I'll figure out if I'm even going to worry about carving that part or just leaving it a face. I'll see how it looks. So I'm going to start this, and I'm just talking my way through this because really hadn't prepared anything. I'm going to do this, just rough out this part and kind of get a place there. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. It's always fun to make those first cuts in cottonwood bark. You never know. Well, I guess really any wood, but cottonwood bark to me, you never know. Some of them are hard, some of them aren't. Some of them are real grainy like that. Some of them chips off like that. I'm starting this all with the deal that all this can change, so I'll try to tell you what I'm thinking as I go. Where I put those marks down on the side, I really don't want to, I want that natural bark to be out, but I want it about, so this one's going to go down a little bit more. I want it the same on both sides. And again, I'm just shaping up the whole, the head, the face, whatever you want to call it. I get to that point, I know this needs to go back more, so I'll use this other tool there. I pick a wolf headdress, or because it doesn't require, I just want as much face as I can get on there. And I'll run this up on the side where I don't want to go any, I want to leave that. I don't know, I might go down, we'll see. Might go down a little bit more than that, but right now that's where I want to leave it. Now I'm trying to get this kind of, get that the same. I hadn't had the pleasure of getting a piece of bark that's this big before. I really like that. Okay, now I'm going to check the profile. If this is the the face about halfway down be the eyes, and like on my other videos, need to get something to measure. Like on the other videos, I said I like the Native Americans. Let me find the. All right, if that's the halfway point, a little bit more. That's halfway. Eyes would be. Be nice to get a pencil that'll write. Well, this will write. Okay, that'll be pretty close there. And if this is the eyes, then the nose will be here, and I know that it'll be the hairline. And I'm fixing to cut that off, so like if this is the nose, I know it's all got to taper back. And we're going to cut under here where I think the chin's going to be. And as you cut across the airwheel, I realized that it's going to, when you start and you got this little tiny piece, you start cutting in, then you realize, okay, that widens out. That's going to give me more stuff to carve there. I've got the sides of the face, the border where I want that. I'm going to check my measurements again since I cut the lines off. That's going to be about halfway. Let's see. That'll be about halfway. That'll be the eyes, the nose. I know I'm going to cut all that bark off. And when I say all the bark, I guess all this is bark without the outer stuff. Okay, I think I'm good there, and now I'm going to sketch in. I'm going to sketch in what I'm seeing here. Like this is the chin, bottom of the chin. It's going to be the bottom of the nose, so it should be thirds. That's a little much, so shorten the nose, or I'll shorten the nose. Okay, I'm going to push this up to there because I like that face size. I wanted a big face, so I'm going to go, this is going to be the nose, then a third up, this will be the brow line, and then a third up will be the hairline. So we can cut all this down. You can see all that wanting to give way. Didn't want that to happen. Putting the bottom of the nose in there. Now carve the brow line. Just for our sakes, I'm going to carve this, draw that in, the midline, and I'm going to put about 1/4 of an inch on each side, or 1/2 inch. make it about 1/2 inch total. And I'm gonna leave that up there. This is something I learned. It's in the Jeff Ferris books. I'm just not gonna go any closer than that right now. Kind of go in from this direction and scoop that out for our eye area. Man, this is a pleasurable piece of cottonwood bark to carve. And it's also good that it's at the size. I really, like I said, I hadn't, not a lot of big cottonwood around here that's got bark like this, so and just keep going with smaller gouges. Make the eye mounds. Way too big. And if you're wondering, if you see my bloody knuckles, I didn't get in a fight, but a freezer went out and I was carrying a big bucket of frozen meat and I banged it on the door, the casing of a door, and it did tear up a couple of knuckles. Okay, you see this is taking shape pretty fast. Just using smaller tools to dig out over here on the side. Got a feeling that's just gonna go. There it went, with some help, but just looking at the forehead and wanting to get that, I want to sit in the sides of the face now. This will be that cheekbone there. I want it right on the edge. Some proportion problems there I need to work on. All right, kind of a decision time now into how much I'm wanting to go, how much of this outer, this gray part of the bark to take off on the side. Okay, it took a minute to, well, a couple seconds really, to redefine the edge where I wanted the edge over here on both sides. So I'm going to kind of cut that. And the reason I'm just cutting that gray off is so I'll have a, kind of shows my eye what it's going to look like. It's easier to recognize rather than having all that gray left on there. Okay, I'll just shape the chin up a little bit, get it more even. Still, I'm leaving it pretty big. Now I'll just shape down the nose a little bit. I want to go right up to that line now. I want that to be where the nose is cut. With the lighting here, the way it is, it's kind of, this side always looks deeper and I have to feel it to make sure I'm still on track. It's got more of a shadow, so it always looks deeper over here. And